Alright, looks like I have a recording going on. Not exactly sure how this is going to look, but we'll see. Hello, this is Sora Donald Goofy 99. If there's noise in the background, I'm trying to do my laundry at the same time. I apologize if it's way too loud. I'll have to check that in recording. Well, the topic I have decided to try to do today is not really a how good I think every character is in Tournament Smash Ultimate tier list. It's more of a how much do I enjoy playing this character slash how good I am with the character necessarily tier list. Or at least, my own personal emotions about it. I'm not doing this as a competitive player in any sort of regard, but I just wanted to say, hey, you know what? I just want to talk about this real quick. Because I definitely have some thoughts about everyone here. I'm not sure this is the best tier list for the job, but personally one of my favorites regardless. Without any further ado, I suppose, I guess we will start with my personal favorite character, Mario. Not my personal favorite character, but, the number one character. Alright, now, Mario here, after Melee, which was the time I actually first started playing this character, I gotta say, once they changed his down B to Flood and Brawl, I wasn't really much of a fan. Not that I was much of a fan to begin with, but let's see. If I were to say B and C are about the average, then D is below average, E is characters I will not touch. I think there's only one I'm going to put down here. I'll get to that when I get to that. Anyway, yeah, B's about average. C is maybe my slightly below average, but still play when I have to. I guess we're going to drop Mario in C. I've never liked playing Mario very much. Even in Smash 4, when he was like at the best he had ever been, but I didn't play a ton of Smash 4 to begin with because I never owned that game. I mean, I will gladly play any Smash game with anyone. I just love Smash that much. Anyway, man, that's Mario. Feels like a C for me. Donkey Kong, however, like S sort of characters I will always play no matter what. Characters I genuinely enjoy playing and I'm good with. B, we'll say characters that I enjoy playing that maybe I'm not very good with. I think Donkey Kong falls into that. He's great. Like, I love playing him. I love the DK rap. Donkey Kong is just a character that I think anyone would love. And when I attempted my own Smash Bros. World of Light Nuzlocke run, I lost DK way, way too soon. He really didn't deserve to die the way he did. I think I was trying to do an event in the power plant, and I just lost him. Like he was becoming the backbone of like my four-person team of Mario, DK, Wii Fit Trainer, and Pichu. I didn't get Pikachu yet, so Pichu's a pretty close second, and quite honestly, yeah, DK is great, but I don't think I'm very good with him, even though I enjoy him. And honestly, I think Link is going to be my first A tier, just straight up. I did not play him like at all in Melee or Brawl. Melee just because I wasn't really very interested in him. Brawl because Gale Boomerang really threw me off. I did not touch him in Smash 4 whatsoever, but in Ultimate, I like him. He's actually genuinely fun to play. Like the boomerang, the remote bomb stuff you can do, even if you can get someone off stage and like detonate the bomb on them while they're recovering, that stuff is fun. Now, I don't think I'm very good with him, even so, but I at least feel like I'm good enough with him to put him in A, like, where I will, like, frequently choose him if it comes down to it, so we'll just say that. Yeah, I'll just say that. Alright, now, Samus and Dark Samus, we're gonna put them also in A. Now, I generally pick Dark Samus, but since Samus is pretty much the same anyway, we're just going to put them both in the same spot since they're like the same character practically. But yeah, Dark Samus and Samus both, I think, are nice. I mean, yeah, they're zoner characters, but I also feel like they're not too bad at close range either. Mainly for their up smash and the fact that I like their, grappling grab range. That stuff is good. I'm gonna delete that window. Anyway, characters I feel like I figured out, and well, I know they're played as zoners. I don't think they're too bad at close range, and I do genuinely have fun with them. Yeah, both Samus and Dark Samus are good characters. The only reason I'm putting Samus lower is because I like Dark Samus's looks overall, and I feel like if two characters play the same, just play the one that looks better to you. As far as Yoshi, I played him a lot more in Melee and Brawl than I do in Ultimate. But yeah, honestly, I think I'll put him in A tier under Link, because I hardly ever play Yoshi anymore. I think Link is more fun than Yoshi. And I also feel like I'm the only person who plays Smash that likes Egg Roll, and considering that I'm not a competitive or professional player, that probably explains to how good I am at the game overall, but Yoshi's awesome, man. I don't know what else to say. Kirby, though, I feel like I would also put in A tier as far as, hey, I really like this fucking character. And I like playing as him. However, I also love to copy other people's powers and steal them if I can. Will I run up to people to try to steal them? Very frequently, actually. Like, yeah, I know there's the suck and absorb them and fall off the stage thing that people constantly do, but, you know, nah. Yeah, I think I would put Kirby above Samus and Dark Samus, now that I think about it a bit more. Um, actually, no, we'll put Kirby below Samus and Dark Samus. Because I don't think I'm as good with Kirby as I was with him in Melee and Brawl. And once again, I didn't really play Smash 4, so once we get to that point, it'll be like, well, these are my experiences with them in Ultimate, since I didn't really touch them in Smash 4 too much. But yeah, Kirby is nice. Kirby is awesome. And honestly, the only thing that tripped me up between Melee and Brawl was that the hammer was chargeable. Because I sometimes tend to hold buttons on accident, and I don't mean to, but... Now, I'd say Kirby is also A tier. Fox... I'm gonna... I think I would put Fox in C tier above Mario. Even in Melee, when Fox was at, like, the pinnacle of his amazing combo potential and power, I just never really played him. And admittedly, I was really bad at Melee, even though I loved to play it. Yeah. Honestly, I just consider Fox's laser to be a meme gun now. Like, just constantly going with it. Fox is nice, but he's not, like, the best character now. Especially, I do know that. But I've just never fully enjoyed being Fox. I mean, I played him the most in Melee because I liked his voice actor. But I didn't really know, like, all of his tricks and, shine stuff. I honestly thought the shine was just a reflector. I didn't really see any... I mean, yeah, he was fast. He had the laser gun. He had, decently nice stuff. I just was not the biggest fan of him. And I did play Star Fox 64 before, but I didn't really play much else. But Pikachu is going to be the first S tier. Pikachu was the only character that I would play in Smash 64. We had, like, this, I don't want to say after school program, but what was essentially a daycare. And eventually, the daycare picked up, a Nintendo 64, and it had the first Super Smash Brothers on it. No, it of course had all the original characters, not Dark Samus, because Dark Samus came out way after, but Pikachu was the only character that I played as. I knew a few other people, like, I knew Kirby, I knew DK, I knew Fox at pretty much the same time that was happening. I believe I knew Mario and Yoshi. I did not know who Link was, but anyway. I didn't know Ness, I didn't know Captain Falcon, I kind of knew Luigi was a thing, and, well, of course I knew who Jigglypuff was, but between the only two characters I really, knew inside and out, Pikachu and Jigglypuff, of course I'm going to pick Pikachu. Pikachu was the thing that got me into Pokemon. I was just happy that I had a character to play, and I didn't really see a reason to pick anyone else. I mean, I kind of had to learn everyone else by fighting anyone else who was there. Yeah, but Pikachu, as far as straight up, I enjoy this character so much. Yeah, and I still play Pikachu to this day, even in Melee and Brawl, and whenever I would occasionally play Smash 4 and Ultimate, I will never not play Pikachu. Pikachu got me into this franchise, and I'm probably going to stay strong with him, even if he eventually ends up sucking. Plus, Pikachu is good in, every single tier list I've seen. He's at least, B, if not maybe high C. I don't think he ever hit C, though. So Pikachu is generally always a good character. Now, when it comes to Luigi, I would put him in B above Donkey Kong. I definitely play Luigi more than I play Donkey Kong. I just think I'm actually good with him as opposed to DK, where it's yeah, I enjoy playing as him, but I'm, not good. But I don't think I'm, super, super good with Luigi either. I just think I'm better with him than with Mario. I love how they made his grab longer. I love that you can just kind of grab people whenever you want and slam them all over the place, boom, 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 boom. No, I do not know how to combo with, maybe anybody except maybe Sonic and Sora and Pikachu, who I play constantly. Well, I guess I'm spoiling 2 of the other S ranks, but whatever. Yep, Luigi's good. The only issue I've ever really had with Luigi is I think his forward smash is too strong for its own good sometimes, or at least it's much stronger than it looks like it will be. It looks like he's poking people with his fucking... Like he's gonna serve you something, but no, it's just a hitbox. Luigi's just good. And it's not that I, hate him, it's just oh my god, dude. Anyway, Ness... Okay, yeah, I think Ness is gonna be our first D tier. I've never really enjoyed playing Ness, and I've never bothered to really learn how to play Ness, except use forward smash and PK Fire. That's really all I know how to do with him. And I cannot for the life of me recover with him. I have tried several times to land PK Thunder, all of which has led to my demise, so... Yeah, Ness is our first D tier. I just do not like him. Now, Captain Falcon, I fucking love playing him. And I really loved playing him in, Melee, where I thought I was a beast with him, but Brawl and now I generally think that I'm not very good with him. Because I feel like C is the point in the list where it's I'll at least play them occasionally, but I genuinely know I suck with them. But yeah, Captain Falcon, I love playing as him, but I'm not good with him. At all in the slightest. Actually, now that I think about it, now that I think about it, I think I'm better with Donkey Kong and Captain Falcon as well. I mean, because I fully bought into the Falcon Punch being strong enough to light up a galaxy conception. And I'm this is the manliest man to ever be a man. Was why I loved Captain Falcon so much. And I still think he's really, really good. Even if the tier lists don't necessarily think so. Captain Falcon doesn't deserve that treatment, man. Jigglypuff. Straight up. Oddly enough, I'm gonna say B tier for me. And remember, this is not a I hate this character tier list at all. I cannot stress this enough that this is not how good I think they are in competitive. So, yeah, I'm sure everyone's I personally enjoy this character list is going to look very different. But yeah, Jigglypuff. I've surprisingly grown on her. Like, I almost never touched her in Melee, but the more games that go on, the more I seem to enjoy playing as Jigglypuff. Or the more I will actually at least try Jigglypuff and, like, try to win with her. I had a brief Jigglypuff phase, but... I generally think Jigglypuff is, like, a character that I will enjoy if I pick her, even if I'm not that good. Sometimes I play Jigglypuff just to, mess around. Even against my friends. We don't really have a super competitive environment, but we definitely have our likes and dislikes as far as fighting characters sometimes. Like, one of my friends I constantly play with, she absolutely hates dealing with Min Min. But we'll get more into that when I get to Min Min. Anyway, we'll just say Jigglypuff's B. I really don't have any issues with her besides the fact I cannot hit rest to save my freaking life. So I'll, like, use every other tactic Jigglypuff has. So, it's just every time I've ever gone for rest, I missed. So yeah, I will, like, never use rest, which I know is a central part of Jigglypuff's moveset and, like, everything, but, whatever. Now, Peach and Daisy, I feel like I have to rank together because they play virtually the same, even though I play as Daisy way more than I play as Peach. And I will say, for Peach and Daisy, actually, no. We'll put them below Link. Yeah, I'll play Daisy way more than I'll play Yoshi, and I'll play Yoshi more than I play Peach, but at the same time, I feel like if I don't put Daisy and Peach next to each other, it won't make any sense at all. And actually, yeah, you know what? Screw the Echo similarity. We'll put Peach like, now we'll just leave it there. Anyway, do I think I'm actually good with them? I think I'm fairly good with them. I wouldn't say that I'm, like, super good with them. Yeah, I'm putting Peach and Daisy above their boyfriends. And honestly, I loved playing Peach way more in Melee because of the Peach Bomber. It actually exploded with real fire, and I thought that was hilarious. But Brawl and Beyond, it's like Hearts now, and I'm like, it's not that I hate Hearts, it's just, it felt like a really big cosmetic downgrade. But as far as Daisy, I mean, it kind of brought the whole Peach moveset back for me, and I've always liked Daisy more than Peach, so... yeah, Daisy kind of revitalized a Peach moveset for me. Even if I think she should have her own moveset that's separate from Peach's. But, hey, I'm not the one who designed the game. Oh well. Yeah, we'll just put... is mostly for Daisy than Peach, but I feel like I can't set Peach anywhere else but next to Daisy, which is why she's there. Now, Bowser, automatic S tier, but below Pikachu. Like, even when he was slow in Melee and Brawl, I actually still loved playing as him. He was big, he was heavy, even if his bottom tier status was fucking obvious. Oh, man. Yeah, in Melee, Pikachu may have been my main, but, like, Kirby and Bowser are, like, my backup characters if I just felt like Pikachu wasn't good enough for that particular thing. Actually really, really tried to be good with Bowser and Pikachu, and it's just Bowser's moveset was in general not that fantastic, and I never knew that as a kid. Like, what are you people ranking into tier lists? It just never, clicked with me that it was in the tournament competitive scene. I mean, now he's actually a lot faster. He probably hits still about as hard. And who doesn't want to play as a fire-breathing frickin' dragon? I actually love Bowser a lot. Go Bowser, S tier, straight up awesome. Anyway, Ice Climbers. Okay. Obviously I can't speak for Smash 4, especially since they weren't in Smash 4, but yeah, Ice Climbers always felt like a C tier pick for me, even though I like them far more in Ultimate than I did in Brawl and Melee. I just generally feel like I've just had like this average level of liking them. Because I've never hated them, but I've never really liked them either. And you're always doing a 2-on-1 with them. And honestly, just doing solo Popo or solo Nana, whichever one happens to be in the lead. Yeah, you lose one of them. Ice Climbers is essentially just useless, and they may as well be an E tier. But hey, at least if you die, you get them back. So you're back at full power again. And I know they can freeze people, but I've almost never done that. And my favorite thing to do with them is just side B across both sides of the stage and just just throw out hitboxes like a maniac. I just think it's really fun. Like that part of them is fun, but their whole kit overall is like, I guess. I don't like to do much else with them. Now, when it comes to Sheik, yeah, I'm gonna put her Sheik in B. I've always felt more like I knew what I was doing with Donkey Kong than I knew what I was doing with Sheik. Because Sheik is a really fast character. She actually has needle projectiles that are fast and they stun people for a fair bit. But in general, I'm not the biggest fan of Sheik. Because I always try to hit the bouncing fish when I play as Sheik. Sometimes I get too centered on one move, like I am with Captain Falcon. And I've always tried to hit that bouncing fish, but I almost barely ever land it. And I like it more now that Sheik and Zelda are split up as opposed to how they were in Melee and Brawl, because I always felt like I had to balance the two of them at any given time. Or I would just go straight to Sheik and not care about Zelda at all, and I was super annoyed about that. Like, I've never felt the whole thing with Sheik. Like, because I do like it way more now that she's on her own and I can just pick her and not worry about using Zelda for anything. Because every time I get a team character, I want to use both of them. Because that's the purpose of it all, right? But she is generally better now. If I were just speaking strictly Melee or Brawl, I probably would have dropped her to, like, C for how much I played her, but whatever. Zelda, no, I wouldn't say A tier, but, honestly, I do play Zelda a tiny bit more than I play Sheik, and that's only because the friend that I frequently play with is a Zelda main, and I also think, like, Link co-main. I don't see her using Young Link or Toon Link as often, so even though Wind Waker was her first Zelda game anyway. Now, the way I play Zelda, I at least think I'm good with her, but the enjoyment part is what kind of... I don't always feel like I know what I'm doing with her. Because I eventually started delving back into, like, Rushdown, which is how I play everyone, even though Rushdown doesn't work with everyone. Like, I think, let's see, who's a prime example? Like, Samus and Dark Samus you'd think wouldn't be able to do Rushdown very well. While I feel like that is true, and you do sometimes want to hang back to, like, shoot missiles and stuff, you shouldn't completely neglect rushing into people's faces, because I don't feel like too many characters have, like, bad smash attacks. I don't know why I'm suddenly delving into this, but I don't want to be like a super zoner type of guy, even though I will primarily try to hang back with Zelda to use Phantom and Dinspire. I don't think I ever really touched Neutral B with her too much. Probably would if I saw a big energy orb flying at me, but whatever. Zelda in general is still like enjoyable to me. I wouldn't say she's like C tier. Actually, let's drop Zelda a little bit. Yeah, I think I would pick Jigglypuff more often than Zelda, but definitely more than DK. So yeah, I wouldn't say it's like peer pressure making me pick Zelda over Sheik sometimes. It's just, I feel like I have to play Zelda more because of my friend, I guess. If that makes any form of sense. So yeah, B tier in general is more like, yeah, Zelda feels like B to me. I'll leave that out. Doc. I find Dr. Mario way more fun to play as than normal Mario. Because he keeps the proper down B. That's the only reason. Like, if Mario like completely just lost FLUDD, I'd probably put him up higher and I'd probably play as him more again. But Doc, yeah, he's slower, he doesn't jump as high, but he hits harder, and I love both power and speed. Like, if someone's generally more centered towards speed or power, I'll probably pick them. Doc here, though, oh jeez. Don't even get me started. He's awesome. And yes, him throwing pills is hilarious. And the tagline I came up with for Doc, your prescription is pain. I'm pretty sure other people have said that, but that just feels correct to me. Yeah, Doc, I find him way more fun than regular Mario. I actually discovered you can use down B to recover with him, which is awesome, by the way. Yeah, Doc is nice. Mario's great-ish, but I feel like now with the whole FLUDD thing, he's like about here. No, I don't think he's like D tier levels of but yeah, Doc is just far more fun and useful to me, even if I'm not sure I know how Doc Side B works. But hey, what you gonna do? Now, Pichu, I think he's top of A. Now, I will play Pichu a lot, and even when he was in Melee, I still played him very frequently. But he's just worse Pikachu, I know. But I have other characters I can play, so anyway. Yeah, they actually made Pichu good now. He like hits way harder than Pikachu, but he'll die far sooner, and he is the lightest character in the game. So yeah, you are gonna die like a lot. And if I'm like honestly trying to win, Pichu is like the last character in my mind. But if I'm just playing to have fun, or to try to prove to someone that Pichu is still good, yeah, I will pick him. Like I feel like a lot of the Pikachu knowledge does transfer to Pichu. At least for me, I'm sure other people feel very differently. I just think I've just always liked Pichu. I don't think there's a reason to not play him. I mean, hell, Pichu was even revered as the best character in the game when Ultimate like first came out, right? Yeah, Pichu's awesome, man. Do not deny that Pichu is like great. And the only reason he's not S tier is because again, Pikachu is far better in like most situations than Pichu. At least if you ask me. But I won't turn down the opportunity to play Pichu. I still do it. Falco. Falco's B tier for my personal enjoyment / skill with him. All right. And I think, yeah, Fox is my least favorite of the Star Fox characters in this game. Falco is not my favorite, but I think I'm the best with him. And that just comes down to the fact that I love that Falco's blaster actually stuns people. Foxes, I just go just because I can and I think it's funny. Other than that, though, it's like whatever. Falco, I actually like everything about him. I even love that you can use his reflector as like a mid-range stun kind of thing, not just as a reflector. But Shine is like the biggest thing about Melee. Yes, it is. I agree. But I didn't think about that while I was playing Melee for the first time, and even now I don't really think of it that way. Yeah, I don't really play Melee for, Fox. I play it for all the characters that I like playing. And yeah, I just like Falco. Falco's neat. Far cooler than Fox, in my opinion, as far as gameplay, even though Fox has the better voice actor in Melee. Ooh, Marth, though. I have never liked Marth. I have never liked playing Marth, like, at all. But I was at least better with him than Ness. And that's all I'm going to summarize it as. Lucina, however, I love Lucina. Mm. Oh no, I wouldn't call her A tier. Yeah, I feel like Lucina's about there. Actually, maybe. Yeah, that feels right. Yeah, Lucina's B tier. I enjoy Lucina far more than I play Marth, even though they play basically the same. Which I know sounds funny because I know I ranked Daisy and Peach together, but it's the style, I guess, you know? It is the dang style that gets me about Lucina. She's just way cooler than Marth. I enjoy everything about her far more than I would with, like, Ness, Fox, Mario. I don't know what else to say. Lucina, I just like far better the whole. And I do not worry about the temper thing with her because she doesn't have a temper. That's kind of what gets me with Marth. In Smash 4, it was definitively better that Marth was the character. I still would pick Lucina, even then. That consistent performance, man. And I think Marth is going to be the lowest of the Fire Emblem characters for me, so don't be surprised if he stays down there. Young Link, yeah, honestly, I actually really like Young Link in this game. Even though I barely ever touched him in Melee, the World of Light Nuzlocke playthrough that I had just had me relying on Link a lot. Just to do a bunch of stuff. I didn't try to use them all the time because I didn't want to lose them, and I tried to preserve them as long as I possibly could. But once I did get, like, Link, yeah, all of the Links feel pretty nice in this game. Although I think, Classic or Breath of the Wild Link, however you want to put it, is probably my favorite one to play. I do think Young Link is nice. We're probably going to get a few characters in between him and Link, though, perhaps. Although this feels right. Your kits are similar enough to where I feel like they're fine. Excuse me, being put together here. Ganon, though. Ooh. I've always hated that Ganondorf was a bottom tier. The question is... Now, I love playing as Ganon, like, a lot. And I feel like he's A tier for me. Melee, I basically played him and Captain Falcon about the same amount, but Brawl and Beyond, I would play Ganon far more than I play Captain Falcon. Actually, no, that's not true. I still play Captain Falcon more than Ganon in Brawl, and I didn't play Smash 4 enough to really have a distinction. But now that Ganon has a sword, he feels way better. Even though his special moves are still the same, they couldn't... Like, Warlock Punch isn't my problem with him. It's the fact that all of the other moves aren't, like... Okay, I love the Choke Slam. We can keep the Choke Slam. Up B, I feel like should just be, like, a general flotation move. Yes, I am suggesting giving Ganondorf Peach and Daisy float, but, just on up B, not as a hold jump kind of thing, I do not want to give him the ability to float like they do, even though he can, for game balance. But like, if you just want to tie that to his up B, he floats for a certain amount, and then he just fucking free falls when he runs out of float time, then I think that would help him. But the reason I play as him so much is that I love the Doria. There's like no other reason. I just go to Ganon whenever I just need a fight done, and I'm just absolutely annoyed trying to fight someone. Just, okay, you know what? Break out the big boy, Doria him. Done. Ganon is amazing. I love him. I would just change his up B and down B. But I will keep the chokeslam. I fucking love the chokeslam. He's the Lord of all evil. He's so much fun to play as. I fucking love Ganondorf. Okay. Mewtwo, I feel like he falls into like top of B, maybe bottom of A. I haven't played Mewtwo a lot, but I do like playing as him when I do. You know? He's like, and there was no reason to kick out Mewtwo. I will stand by that statement. There was no reason to remove Mewtwo from the game. I loved him. I feel like a lot of people loved him. He was a goddamn beast for me, personally. Like, even when playing Melee, yeah, I would frequently go to Mewtwo, even though I barely knew how to play as him, just because I loved Mewtwo. He was one of my top favorite Pokemon. Although nowadays it's like he really isn't, probably because a lot of things I think that came out after him are better. But I like him. You know? Mewtwo's so much fun. I love his moveset. Even his up smash. I love the up smash. He like spins a galaxy over his head. Like, dude, come on. Shadow Ball's basically charge shot, but one thing that brings Mewtwo down for me is his weight. I wish he was heavier. Everything else is fantastic, though. Roy is our boy, and he's one of my boys as well. Yeah, I think I'd put him above the Lynx. I love Roy. And I played as him more than Marth, just because of the fire effects. Yeah, he may be worse Marth in Melee, but I think he's kind of his own character now. And he still has a counter. I hardly ever use counter, but it's more because I really don't know how to time it. If I did, this would be a far different list. Roy's the boy. That's really all I have to say. I love playing as him. Roy was like one of the only survivors of my World of Light Nuzlocke. Dark Samus was one of them too. She helped me through the Gigamac fight with her bombs, no less. Yeah, I just hopped around and kept dropping bombs. There was no way I was fighting that little Mac at close range. Yeah, probably not the most optimal strategy, but it was the only thing my mind could conceive at that stressful moment. I'm just like, well, I have Dark Samus, may as well try the Samus bombs, right? I didn't think anything else was gonna work, and that was the thing that worked. Dark Samus saved my butt that day. Chrom, though, yeah, I don't enjoy Chrom as much as I do Roy, but I do like him. I'd probably put him about here. Yeah, that feels right. And to me, Chrom is basically just Roy with Ether, but again, the fire effects. I love fire effects because, Roy and Peach had that. Although, really have to give up the fire effects in Melee. I still hate that. Like, now this makes me want to move Lucina. Yeah, even though I feel like I'm better with Falco and Sheik than I am with Lucina. Okay, yeah, we'll just put Falco there. I'm probably gonna make adjustments as this goes on, so I'm sorry if you don't like me doing that. Yeah, yeah, Crom. This, yeah, yeah, that feels right for Crom. We could put daughter and father together. You choose Lucina's mom, don't you? Yeah, I think you do. But I really have no issues with Crom other than I mean, like I love Ether more as a recovery move than Roy's Slasher or whatever it is. I don't remember the name of every single move in the game, but man, but those fire effects just win me over immediately, dude. Game and Watch, oh yeah. Also an A tier for enjoyment for me. I love Game and Watch a lot. I don't know the fact that they gave him a bomb as his forwarder instead of the box still trips me up even now. And who doesn't go for the 9 whenever they play Game and Watch? I mean, Jesus Christ, okay. I love Game and Watch. I have loved him since Melee. He was maybe my fifth most played, like my, I want to say my fifth most played character behind Pichu. Yeah, my top 5 most played in Melee were like Pikachu, Bowser, Kirby, Game & Watch, Pichu. Probably interchange these two depending on my mood. Yeah, Game & Watch is great. His neutral B, I love that too. I don't really use his down B because I don't think to use down B. What even was that notification? I did not see what that said. Excuse me. Just wanted to read that real quick. But yeah, Game & Watch is great. I have always loved him. He may have been janky as heck. His side B is RNG as heck. I love him. A tier, straight up. Meta Knight, I played him far more in Brawl than I do now. Nowadays, with how he is, I wouldn't say C, but he feels like a B for me. Like, most of the moveset feels the same, so I will still play him in kind of a similar way that I play Brawl Meta Knight. But his neutral B, I hardly ever go for that anymore. I like constantly spam that in Brawl, but yeah, now it's like, yeah, Meta Knight is he doesn't feel the same anymore. But I'll at least play him sometimes. Like I cannot deny that I still like Meta Knight quite a bit, you know? Yeah, straight up. Yeah, Meta Knight's like B. If it was Brawl, he'd probably be more like low S, maybe up to top of A. Meta Knight is generally just a really fun character. And I still think he's fun and good now. But, you know. Pitts, okay, they actually made him far better and way more improved. But, yeah, Pitt, C tier. I hardly ever touch Pitt. Like, I mean, yeah, I played him a lot in some Subspace Emissary, but I never really played him in multiplayer very often because Pitt is Pitt, man. Pitt is Pitts. Oh, did not mean to drop him there. Oh, excuse me. I'm just mashing the click button for no reason. Anyway, yeah, I would still play Pitt more than the Ice Climbers, I think. I really don't have much else to say. Yeah, after that moveset overhaul in 4, I still think he's... Like, I would play him far more than I would in 4, at least, but... actually, we'll drop him here. Dark Pit, however, ooh, yeah, funnily enough, I play Dark Pit way more than I play Pit. I'd even go so far as to put him about, yeah, here. I, I think it's just the aesthetic that really gets to me about Pit, you know? I love the Dark Angel thing. Yeah, he's edgy. Why do people hate Dark Pit? I don't understand that. And there's nothing wrong with really being edgy, if you ask me. I mean, okay, brooding is where I draw the line. Brooding kind of gets to me, but Like, the edgy look and design, I love. I would have gone goth in high school if I thought of it, but I didn't really identify fully with goth then. I still fully don't, but I absolutely love the goth aesthetic. Not emo goth. I think there's a big difference. And who? And I love electroshock. It's like sometimes I pick Dark Pit just to use that, and for some reason, just this big giant hammer uppercut that is really really fun. Um, no, just leave it there. Zero Suit. Yeah, this tier list is pretty top heavy, but I do like playing as a bunch of characters. Um, with how I've been playing recently, yeah. Like, I didn't play her a lot at first. Hell, I even play Zero Suit more than regular Samus, so we'll just put a divide there. Um, but my Nuzlocke ended on a Zero Suit Samus forward smash to Galeem's head. You know? Now, I'm not sure I'm really good with her, but I'm putting more weight on the enjoyment than the skill in a few cases here. Uh, actually, yeah, put Captain Falcon. Okay, yeah, there. Anyway, Zero Suit. I love Zero Suit Samus now. Before she was like, yeah, she's fine. Pick the two-piece outfit every once in a while. She's still good-ish. But now it's like, yeah, ever since she delivered the final blow to Galeem and made me win the Nuzlocke, that was one of the most hype moments I've ever had in Smash Bros. Ever. Besides unlocking Game and Watch Mewtwo, I guess. Because I Falcon punched Mewtwo to unlock him in Melee. Oh, that was like a decade ago, though. Nearly two. But Zero Suit Samus is amazing. I absolutely love playing this character a lot. And I still do, even though I don't think I'm like super good with her. I just don't think there's a reason to not play as her. She has so many good things. Yeah, and I did a ladder combo in Ultimate like once on Ridley. I don't know what that means, but yeah, I really don't think about combos. I usually just think, okay, what's the best way I can rack up damage and then like smash? Like I'll throw out smash attacks more often than okay combos. What do? You know what I mean? Okay. Wario. Okay, straight up. Mm, my God. Yeah, I love playing as Wario. There, I said it. And it's all about the goal, as Linkley would say. I love the fact that you can just ride a motorcycle around the dang stage and run people over with it. Like, no matter what game Wario's in, I'm probably just gonna throw the bike at people. I really, really love the bike. Everything else, like, the only thing I really wouldn't do in Brawl that I do now is chomp. Like, I chomp way more frequently now. And apparently I played Wario far differently than one of my other friends expected me to play him, and I really tripped him up. Um, Wario does have a bunch of options. He's not like the heaviest person, but he still hits hard as heck. At least some of the time. Like, it feels like he kills at about the proper times. Oh, jeez. Yeah, we're gonna put Wario ahead of regular Samus. Okay. Just following my gut here. Yeah. Well, and if I'm comfortable doing that, if that's the case, then we are. Yeah, gonna drop Peach to the bottom of A. Sorry I keep doing this. I didn't put a lot of thought, but hey, long story short, I love playing as Wario, and I think I always will. So yeah, that's Wario. Snake. Okay. Not sure how much my love for Brawl is showing here, but I don't think Snake changed too much. But once I got back in, there was a little bit of a point there where I like kind of forgot how to play Snake. And now that I'm going back into like playing Snake more, it's kind of like, yeah, this is perfect. Uh, although realistically, I think it should probably be down here. Hell, actually, yeah, we'll put Snake at the top of B. Like, like realistically, I'm probably not even that good with Snake, but I do like him. My favorite thing to do with him in Brawl was actually down throw into forward smash. If I could land that grab, which was far easier in Brawl than Ultimate in a few cases. Just shooting an RPG into people's guts or crotches just amused me as a teenager. Like, yeah, we're just gonna shove this explosive all the way into your privates, man. Snake's awesome. He's funny. Colonel, I'm fighting Mario. Is that a little electric rat? Yeah, yeah. I guess you could say I enjoyed Brawl Snake more than Ultimate, but it wasn't for the butt thing. It was generally just because I kind of enjoyed it. Although I do prefer Ultimate Snake down smash over Brawl Snake down smash. So yeah, it's hard not to enjoy Snake. Snake is at least a B tier, probably for most people, and I am no exception to that. Ike, uh, yeah, probably about there. Although I would play as his Radiant Dawn version more. You know, when he's like straight up spiky hair instead of his, more anime boyish looking hair. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't think you're ever in for a bad time with Ike. The way I boiled it down though is that I would just swing the sword. That was the only thing I would think of when I was playing as Ike. I hardly ever use neutral B. I'll usually use side B and up B with him. Ether! A great ether is one of the best final smashes in Brawl. I think Omni Slash heavily trumps that now though, especially Omni Slash version 5. What happened to Omni Slashes 2, 3, and 4, by the way? I've never played Final Fantasy 7, so someone's gonna tell me what's up with that. Anyway, yeah, Ike. Like, I don't think I'm especially good with him, but I still like, playing him every once in a while. Just bringing out that big ass sword and just going with it, even though Ganon does that way more. Ganon is just stronger Ike now. Ganon is this like weird mashup of like Captain Falcon and Ike now, but I love it. So yeah, Ike, yeah, B tier. Oh, Pokemon trainer though. Okay. Um, yeah, generally here, and it's more for Charizard than Squirtle and Ivysaur. I loved Charizard, and I still love Charizard. I'll start off most matches with Charizard and then maybe switch to Squirtle or Ivysaur if I feel like I need to. Although, more recent realization that they're supposed to function as a team, I tend to try to mix things up as I play them now. Although I prefer listening to Leaf more than Red. Red's voice is slightly more annoying. Oh well. That's like my toilet. I don't know what's going on with that. Okay. Red is sweet. What's Red doing down there? And Dark Samus randomly ends up here. I'm just mashing buttons like a madman. But yeah, I actually do like the switching aspect. I love that you can like change your stats on a whim. You know, you have 3 different characters mashed into one. That is a really, really good thing that you can add to a character. Diddy, okay. Yeah, now we're finally dipping back into the lower side. Not the biggest fan. I mean, it's like I think I know how to play him, but I still don't really enjoy him that much, I guess. Although I did have kind of a funny moment in Subspace Emissary. No, this has nothing to do with the Nuzlocke. Another friend and I were like playing co-op in Subspace, which is actually harder than single player Subspace. If you ask me, yeah, we got to the giant Diddy Kong fight, and that was our first major roadblock. We're like, oh god, what do we do about this? And he kept making me play Diddy while he was playing Falco and Fox at that point, and I'm like, all right, clearly we don't have a lot going on. Like, okay, clearly just a straight up attacking strategy is not working. So here's what we're gonna do instead. We're gonna try slipping him onto banana peels. And as far as that, yeah, that actually, just for that one memory of Diddy, I'm gonna put him at the top of C for right now. Yeah, it's like Diddy's like one of the few characters that actually made me think. Because I don't think a lot when I play Smash, trust me. I'm not sure how many people actually do. Like, think. They just work off of muscle memory, off of what they practiced and stuff, which is how I assume you get good at tournament. Anyway, yeah, Diddy, definitely not the worst character by any stretch of the imagination, but I definitely don't enjoy him as much as a lot of the other cast members. Lucas also falls into C for me, but I'm gonna say about here. Actually, no, Pit should be ahead of Fox. Anyway, now I actually like Lucas more than Ness quite a bit, just because of PK Freeze. Because I just now figured out how to use PK Flash, but I always knew how to use PK Freeze. Now, I still can't recover with Lucas for, dog water, but Lucas is good-ish for me. Like, I'll at least play Lucas sometimes, especially since he has kind of the Roxas haircut, or Ventus haircut, that I do generally like, even though Roxas debuted first. Oh yeah, Lucas is about C tier. Sonic, though, S tier. Now, I'm not the kind of guy that'll just try to time you out. I will try to fight you head on, which Sonic isn't even bad at. I don't know why people keep trying to do timeout. It sounds so fucking boring. Yeah, I'll actually try to, like... Now, I will take advantage of Sonic's speed to escape attacks. Like, I would use his spring constantly in Brawl to avoid, like, charge shots. Now, I knew what air dodging and, like, shielding was, I just didn't always take advantage of it. If I found a fancier way to do something, or at least what I thought was a fancier way to do something, I would do that instead. Yeah, Sonic's an S tier for me. But I tend to play a more rushdown style than hit and run, even though I will switch between both. And I'll actually try to stay in your face longer to, like, get in there and win. The Sonic's forward smash is so good. And I will use his up smash very frequently. I saw a video recently where it said it was his worst move. I'm like, you're kidding, right? It is not his worst move. Get out of here. A lot of my Sonic kills were up smash. And then again, I guess I use up smashes. I use smash attacks more than most people in tournament do, so I could be wrong. I always used to rank Sonic ahead of Pikachu. Now I'm kind of debating which of the two I like more, but for now, yeah, the S tier feels right. Now, King Daddle Dingo, I want to put him in S, Or even A, but I am not that good with this guy. Hell, I would probably even put him below Captain Falcon. Actually, no, I genuinely think I'm not very good with him, so we'll put him here above Diddy. Like, I don't really think I know how to play DDD whatsoever, but I do like him. Yeah, definitely top of C. That feels right. Captain Falcon, I honestly feel like I know what I'm doing when I'm not trying to go for Falcon punches constantly. Him, I'm like, okay, I like you, but I don't know how to play you like at all. Which is how I feel about generally characters in this tier. It's like I actively don't want to pick you most of the time at this point, you know? Probably not gonna have like too many more people in here. DDD, yeah. DDD is DDD, man. What you gonna do when they come for you? DDD, DDD. What you gonna do? Don't know why I went into a cop song. I mean, I prefer having the Gordo toss to the General Waddle D throw. I actually use his Inhale more often than I used to. And I was like constantly using his regular moves. I wasn't really using his special moveset that much. And I have not gotten a single Jet Hammer KO to this day. But I do constantly do the lie down where he does the sexy pose. It's like that's like the funniest thing in the game. DDD has so much personality in Ultimate. Especially if he gets hit, it's like his mouth gets like extra wide, and he's so funny. Now, the only thing I would add to DDD isn't even a change to his moveset. I would make Forgotten Land DDD the DDD that you play as. I would like actually dedicate time to DDD at that point. Sometimes what you need is a cosmetic change in order to want to play somebody. Well, that was pretty random, but Olimar, okay, I do like Pikmin 1. I feel like Olimar's another C tier character. I will put him below DDD though. Because here's the thing with me and Olimar. I will use every one of his moves except tossing Pikmin. Now, I don't know how else to explain this, but every time I see those little Pikmin ghosts, a part of me dies. I'm like, I will do my damnedest to not throw a Pikmin unless I am trying to recover. Now, yeah, sacrificing Pikmin is not something that I'd want to do. Because if the Pikmin stay by you, they tend to live longer. So I try to keep them with me, even though I will use them, still for like the aerials and the smashes and the grabs. I will still do all of that. Because fighting with Olimar without Pikmin is pretty stupid. But what really holds me back from being good with Olimar is that I really don't want to throw Pikmin. I just don't. I don't want to see those little ghosts every single time one of them gets hit and dies. Especially the little white ones. Those guys do not live well at all. Okay, we'll move on from that. Lucario, I believe, also falls into C tier. But even then, I'd put him below Olimar because sometimes I don't know what I'm doing with Lucario. And ever since they added Mewtwo back, I don't want to touch Lucario very often. Yeah, he's got the aura and the rage that make him way stronger the more he's like falling behind. But if you're falling behind that bad, you should be winning with how much Lucario gets boosted. You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, eventually later in the fight he'll be stronger, which is good. But at the same fucking time, you shouldn't have stolen Mewtwo's spot, man. Now, I did play you frequently in Brawl, but I don't want to play you as much anymore because I like Mewtwo far more than I like you. And it's not even anything that Lucario did in Pokemon that I hate him for. I like Lucario as a Pokemon. But when you skill Mewtwo spot, that's when I start to get some distaste for you. I'm sorry, but you just absolutely. Oh my god. Oh. And yet I still like you more than these other characters. I still enjoy playing you more than these other characters below you, so it's like, okay. I can't hate you too much. Rob, I feel like he's somewhere in here. I don't think he's quite A tier. Yeah, I think I'd put Rob here. I do like Rob a lot. I don't really play as Gray Rob though. I play as like Red Rob most frequently. Yeah. And this definitely ties into the Nuzlocke as well that I played before, but oh my god, Rob was basically team MVP alongside Luigi by the dark half of the game. I didn't really have an MVP in the light half too much. Well, besides maybe DK, but I lost him like way too soon. But Rob, he was saving my butt so much. He was so good. I loved Rob, and I still love Rob to this day. Like even playing in Brawl, yeah, he was way worse, but I still loved him. It's not like I even had an NES or played a Rob game. I just think he's genuinely really cool. And it's not even for the fact that he looks like Wally. I just, general design's good. I loved his moveset in general, and I still do. Like, they buffed him quite a bit from Brawl. They might have lessened his up B a little bit, but whatever. And Rob was one of the reasons I love using down air and like up smash, like big explosive hits. And little tangent, Sonic was the person who introduced me to diving down airs and how much I love using those kinds of attacks. Anyway, a little tangent aside, since we're talking about down air specifically, I just loved how Rob's just was like a big oof with like the launchers from his fire. That was fantastic. And his side B is so good now. I'm not even talking about his like laser and his gyro. Those are neat. I just don't use them as much. I'm trying to use them a bit more now though. And I think the gyro is better than the vegetable, but yeah, Rob overall is just fun. Rob's really fun, really cool. Toon Link, okay. Toon Link is my least favorite of the links now. And oh yeah, we are putting him here actually. Because I think I'm actually a bit better with Captain Falcon than Toon Link. Like Toon Link, Toon Link plays so differently now, and he honestly kind of trips me up. Now, when I was playing Link in Brawl, I would go to Toon Link because his moveset actually made sense to me, and he was fast, and I loved speed. But yeah, now in Ultimate, it's a little bit of a downgrade to me for some reason. Like it just feels off. I'm not sure if Brawl Toon Link is actually better than Ultimate Toon Link or Smash 4 Toon Link, but I don't know. Toon Link just doesn't hit the same notes for me that he used to. I don't know how else to put it. He just doesn't hit the same, I guess. I mean, he's still good, and I actually think I know what I'm doing with him better than everyone else here. But it just doesn't work as much. Wolf. Well, since I said Falco's my best one, I guess we'll put him here. Now, Wolf is my favorite one to play, but like I said, I'm generally not that good with the Star Fox characters in general, or the Spaceys, or however else you want to put them. But Wolf is very different. I actually feel a little bit better than I used to. Like, I actually know how to use his side B now. Like kind of know the right distance you have to space him at to make it work. Now, I wouldn't use him competitively if I were playing competitive. I'd definitely be using, people in, like, S tier, maybe someone in A, but Wolf, Wolf's nice. Like, there's nothing really bad about Wolf, and I'll actually use Wolf's Reflector to, like, stun people off the floor so I can start hitting them again. That's how I think you're supposed to use the Shine for, like, Fox, too. I keep switching between Reflector and Shine. People know what I mean. Wolf's just a good character. Villager, okay, yeah. I do like things about Villager, but in general, I guess I'll put Villager here. Villager just. It's not that I think Villager sucks, just I definitely don't think I know how to play as them very well. I mean, I do like Villager. I do enjoy Villager. Actually, if that's the case, then we should probably be putting Villager here. I mean, I'll ride that Lloyd Rocket. That is fun. I love the bowling balls. I mean, I love forward and up smash on Villager too. Those tend to be my favorite smash attacks to use. I don't use down smash too often, unless I know it's like really good. Like Pikachu's down smash is great. I hardly ever use Sonic stuff. Anyway, I don't think I've ever really pocketed anything either. It's just not in my mindset to really use pocket. Or the tree. Like, I've planted the tree, but I've never, like, committed to the full chop the tree down kind of strat. I even tried to, like, hit people with the axe, but I don't think that's, like, I don't think I'm super good at doing that. Yeah, Villagers definitely C tier. Like, yeah, yeah, I like you, but I don't play you that much. That's also where Mega Man comes in. Like, I'm not super confident in playing them, but I feel like I can if I have to, I guess, is what C is. Um, yeah, we'll put Mega Man above Villager. Yeah, I definitely think I'm better with Lucario, though. Okay. Now, with Mega Man, I'm used to having melee attacks. Not when most of my moveset is projectiles. That does trip me up. I mean, I definitely know how to use a bunch of them. I feel like I at least get the general concept of Mega Man and like the idea of how I should be playing him. And in forward smash, I do tend to use like towards the end when people are trying to recover. I just wait for them to get back on the stage before I release that charge shot. I do like that he has a charge shot or his big old mega buster on his forward smash instead of neutral B. You don't have to hold it as long then. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the Metal Blade. Leaf Shield's okay. Although I wish it actually did some protecting. Like, at least blocking maybe a projectile. I don't know how it would work with the Leaf Shield, but I try to make it so that it actually like blocked shots. Maybe every time a leaf hit someone, it would do like 2, 3 damage. I don't think that'd be too broken. And I would still make it so that you could throw it, and it would still do the same damage it would do as if you threw it. And the gooey bomb thing, I hate getting hit by that, but using it is fine. I don't try to use it too much because I don't like to use what I view as cheap tactics too often. But hey, I hey whatever. I think Mega Man's a neat character. He's nice. Wii Fit Trainer, I definitely put like about there. 'Cause I do like playing Wii. Actually, wait, hold on. No, we're gonna put her about. Yeah, maybe here. That makes a bit more sense to me. And Weave Trainer is one of those characters I feel like I can switch between long range and close range very efficiently. Not even though I prefer rushdown far more than zoning. It doesn't mean that I hate doing it. It's just Weave Trainer is just for some reason a character that introduced me to like switching between long distance and not. Even though you would think that Samus would have done that in Melee or Brawl, but it just didn't work as well for me, I guess. But hey, Wii Fit Trainer is just fun. Deep breathing does help. I wish it healed a little bit more than it does. Just a bit. Although the power buff is what you're really after. And I love the power buff. Oh my god. Wii Fit is good. Do not twist my words. I actually like Wii Fit and I think she's good. Yeah, yeah, we'll drop her there. Next to Doc. She was starting to become a decent player in the light side of my Nuzlocke, but it actually helped me figure out, like, how to actually play Wii Fit Trainer somewhat. Didn't really do that in my main playthrough of World of Light. Yeah, I was just trying to win the game. I wasn't trying to, like, analyze and strategize too much. Because, when you don't have a lot to lose, and it's like, oh boy. But here it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I see how this is gonna go. But I do not do very well in World of Light hard mode, so I would never Nuzlocke it on that. I've Nuzlocked it on normal. Alright, Rosalina. Yeah, Rosalina is not a B tier for me. Yeah, honestly, yeah, probably about there. As far as like a character, I think Rosalina is probably better than Peach and maybe Daisy, but don't have like a big attachment to her other than what I've played with her as before, and I do not know how to move that Luma for the life of me. Like, is there a way to like get Luma to like move to where you want Luma to go? I feel like if I knew how to do that, I'd play as her far more often. But she's, fine as is. I don't hate her by any stretch of the imagination at all. She's great. I actually really like her as a character. Yeah, Rosalina's great. She's fine. Little Mac, okay. Yeah. Actually, well, I think I'm better with Little Mac than DDD. Actually, even though he is one of the worst characters in the game, and I do think a lot of that is because his recovery is crap, and he has like no aerial presence at all. He's a boxer, man. What do you want from him? However, yeah, once I, but it's not that I think Little Mac is bad. I actually do like him, but holy dang, man. What really prevents me from like trying to get like super good with him is the fact that I wish he was a bit better in the air than he was. Improving his recovery was definitely a godsend, though. You can actually side B into up B, and you have a much better chance of recovering than you used to in Smash 4, which is nice, by the way. Thank you. Um, the only It's just hard to fight him when you're using my kind of playstyle where you try to get up in someone's face more often. I have been counter punched by Little Max so many times it's annoying. However, I there is a character I play specifically to not deal with that with Little Mac, and we will get to them later. But overall, I do like Little Mac. I wish I could hit KO Punch more often than I do, but Little Mac's fine. Oh, Greninja. I enjoy Greninja far more than I used to when I first started the game. I actually played a bit of him in Smash 4 too before I got Ultimate. He was neat. Yeah, I think Greninja is like a solid A tier because I like playing as him. He's super fun. And my favorite thing about Greninja is that I can pogo stick on top of people. You can go boing boing with his down air, and it's straight down. It's not like a curve, which like Sonic and Zero Suit Samus have on their down airs. But yeah, Greninja, you can just like bounce on top of people. I love doing that with him. It took me a while to figure out how his side B worked too. I'm like, wait, what? How do you use this move? uh, yeah, Greninja's great. Greninja's fantastic. You know? Uh, get the water shuriken, you get I don't think I really know how to use his recovery super well, but once I started thinking of it as a quick attack, it made far more sense. And if you use the up B just right, you can kinda push people back, but I feel like that's what Water Gun from Squirtle is for. It's like the only time I use Flood. Mario, not intuitive whatsoever. Squirtle, 100% intuitive, although I don't really use Water Gun that often anyway. I'll actually use his, side B and maybe his up B occasionally. Greninja, though, awesome character. One of the better additions to the game. Okay, now we'll go to the Mii's. I do want to go in number order for this. Now, Mii Brawler, S tier for me. Best Mii in the game. I have so many more Brawler characters than I do Sword Fighter or Gunner characters. Let's see, what are some of my favorites? I made Yang from Ruby. I made a bunch of the loud characters, some Brawlers. Although I use Lily the most, Lily's so freaking cute. Um, I made Shantae, I made Tifa, I made Waluigi. Jeez, I wish Waluigi was actually in the game as a playable character. Like, come on, man, is it Sakurai? Waluigi is one of the characters I still want. As much as I'm sure Smash 6 is going to remove a lot of these characters, I want to at least have Waluigi added. Preferably alongside Wario. Maybe we can have Biker Waluigi, that would be awesome. But okay, but as far as the actual Mii Brawler, they have the most options that I love, and they reflect the character I want, the type of character I want to use the most, Up close, in your face, maybe a projectile to kind of edge it out a little bit. I even made like a brawler version of myself and like all my friends. Who wouldn't want to who wouldn't just use their friends like that, Because Mii Brawler is great. In my personal opinion, I do like Mii Brawler. Mii Sword Fighter, actually, I think the Mii I play the least. But definitely, I will play it more than some of these other characters. I will put Mii Sword Fighter about there. Do have quite a few characters on this one too, like Weiss and Blake from Ruby. I put all of Team Ruby in the game. I put Samurai Jack in the game. Urza from Fairy Tail. Really one of the only things I watch Fairy Tail for, to be honest. One of my loud sword fighters is Lenny. Yeah, that's the loud sword fighter I use the most, but the occasional Luna here and there. Anyway, and as much as people hate the Tornado Chakram, the Tornado Chakram moveset, I do think it works for them pretty well. Now, Let's see, when it comes to recovery, I prefer using the first one. The only down B I typically use is Power Thrust. Default B, I'll go with either Blurring Blade or the Gale Shot. It really doesn't matter much to me. Depends on what I'm going for. Sword Fighter does have a bunch of good options, and I wish custom movesets were brought back for everyone else. Preferably to have them available from the get-go, so you don't have to, like, grind like hell for them. You know? Maybe make them random drops in the World of Light treasure chests. Maybe, like, the more you play the game, the more of a chance you have to get the custom moves or something. I wish they came back in Ultimate, and that everyone, even the DLCs, had access to that in some kind of fashion. That tangent aside, we'll go to Mii Gunner. Yes, I did make stands, but I don't think I played Gunner as much as I do. I don't think I played Gunner enough to put it in A tier, though. However, I do think Mii Gunner kind of falls into about here for me. Yes, I did make Sans. I did make Cuphead. Oh yeah, I used Dante for the Sword Fighter because now that I play Devil May Cry 5, I want Dante and Virgil, but more Virgil than Dante anyway. Mii Gunner, I'm pretty rigid on what I like for Mii Gunner. My usual moveset turns into charge shots, the missile, the rocket up B because that actually has some distance and you can direct it. That's like the only recovery I will use for Gunner. Down B, the grenade's fine. Maybe I'll use the reflector. Like the grenade or the reflector, I don't really use the absorption down B too much. I think that's like my least used move in the entire game. Even though I feel like as long as I keep that thing up, I should be able to absorb projectiles. Oh, whatever. Anyway, yeah, Mii Gunner is good. I love their forward smash, though. It's like the best thing about them to me. Like, I could just randomly flip out the forward smash and instantly get in a good amount of damage. Although I probably shouldn't be playing as close range as I usually do, and that's what probably gets me killed a lot. Mii Gunner doesn't have a lot of close range options, do they? Palutena, though. Ooh, oh god, I wish I could say A tier. I do use Palutena ahead of Daisy, I guess, but I still wouldn't say I'm that good with Palutena, though, so yeah, we'll put them here. Or we'll put her there. Because I think I just now figured out how to use Explosive Flame properly, and the counter is one of the ones her counter is one of the ones I tend to use more frequently just to try and, like, figure out how to time it. And I think I'm the only person that uses Auto Reticle. I'm like I'm trying to play her as a zoner, but I tend to like rush in with her more often when the projectiles stop working. Palutena, I will play far more often than like Dark Pit and Pit. I think she's genuinely a good character. There's like no reason not to play her. I don't think her forward smash is that great, but her down smash and up smash, especially her up smash, are fantastic. Palutena is nice. Although I mostly play her for the looks, I guess. Pac-Man, I did not used to enjoy him at all, and I like him far more now than I used to. So we'll put Pac-Man in B tier. I used to have him in like D tier. I didn't think like I had a distaste in my mouth fighting him against Smash 4 so many times, and I kept getting hydranted a lot. Like, it wasn't the grab, it wasn't the fruit, it wasn't the side B, it was the hydrant. I hated dealing with that stupid fire hydrant. And I still think that move is dumb, but at least when I'm playing Pac-Man, I don't mind it that much because at least it's working for me. I don't know if I was just too focused on trying to get it to hit people. Maybe that was a concern. Regardless, I do like Pac-Man far more than I used to. Pac-Man is a nice character. Apparently, he's actually high tier in Ultimate. I didn't even think he was. But yeah, Pac-Man's nice. Pac-Man's just really nice. I mean, I definitely play these characters more, but general enjoyment, I think Pac-Man's good. Alright, now Robin, another character I didn't used to touch very much, and I think I used Robin once in the entire Nuzlocke. So we'll just put Robin about here. And I use the blonde Robin the most. It reminds me of Bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls. Even though I know that's not the reference they're going for. Used to be Redhead Robin. Yeah. Yeah, here's the thing. Yeah, the thing with Robin, I I generally like Robin, but I really only play that one costume when I do. Arcfire is good. Arc Thunder and Thoron are fantastic. I've never really used Nosferatu correctly. Yeah, like one of those characters where I'm like, I do like them, but I definitely don't really use them. But I think I'm at least better than with Robin than Captain Falcon, so we'll just drop Robin there. I feel like I'm a bit better with Meta Knight though, so yeah, Robin's good. I just don't have much of a history with them. Yeah, because there's boy and girl version. Shulk though. Okay. Alright, I really don't play Shulk that much. To be fair. I think about here makes sense though. And it's more it's not that I dislike Shulk, I don't. And the Monado switch thing, I really don't know when is the right time to use the Monados. I kind of tend to just have shield on most of the time though to try to absorb damage better until I figure out a good way to fight someone. I don't use jump or speed very much. Because you can still use Monados when you're like in the air and moving, right? Yeah, that's how little I play Shulk. I wouldn't say he's like D tier either. Like I do not mind playing a Shulk at all. It's just Shulk is one of the characters I don't think I'm very good with. Because see, I'm not good with them, but I at least like enjoy playing as them occasionally. I don't hate like very many characters, as you can plainly see. I actually like a lot of them. It's just I don't know. Shulk is very very middle of the road for me, I guess. I mean, I definitely think I enjoy him more than Pillager and like everyone else down here, though. That much is a definite fact, for sure. But because you use Smash for better kill power and you use Buster for more damage, I do know that. It's just I don't play him enough to have a rigid play style with him, I guess. Funnily enough, Bowser Jr., even though I really only play Roy Koopa, wow, I'm trying to figure out the Gatekeeper character. Yeah, I'll just put. Yeah, that makes sense. I do like Bowser Jr. As a Gurren Lagann fan, I really love the clown car. The clown car. It's like you're playing as a little Logon, you know? I mean, it definitely has a lot more equipment than your average Logon. Like, it isn't only drills. There's so much more stuff in it. Even a giant tongue for some reason. I don't really use that too much, but it is a funny attack. really strong tongue. But yeah, I really only play as Roy Koopa. I really don't play as any of the other Koopalings too much, except maybe Iggy. Iggy and Morton. Iggy's funny looking. Morton has the edginess that is funny, and I don't really mind Edge all that much. Yeah, really not much else to say. I actually enjoy playing as Bowser Jr. quite a bit, to be fairly honest. And now I feel like moving Palutena down. And we're moving Ike up. And there we go. I don't know what else to say about Bowser Jr. Oh, this motherfucking dog. Okay, this is probably the only E tier you're gonna get. I do not like Duck Hunt at all. I don't know how many people like genuinely hate this dog, but I do. And it's not like I will actively not play as Duck Hunt just because I hate the character so much. I mean, I actually picked him up in the Nuzlocke that I played, and I forced him to fight for me until he died. I made him sacrifice himself to save everyone else. I did not like him. He sucks. He should be in the bottom tier of this game. Man, good thing they didn't make me the balancing director. Holy god. That would have made Duck Hunt the absolute worst character in the game. Just straight up like, okay, this is gonna have like the this attack's gonna suck. This attack's gonna suck. We have to give him something good. Make his up B have the best recovery. I don't know. I'm not making his moves strong. Now the can is a funny concept that I do like. The frisbee's like whatever. And summoning a random cowboy is just silly. Like the character is silly. And I don't mind like the silly moveset. I just wish that moveset was on someone besides this stupid dog. And yes, I hate him just because of his laugh. That Scooby does it way better. I mean, Duck Hunt is actively making fun of you in that game, and I hate that. You're supposed to help me, not make fun of me, you stupid piece of dog shit. I don't want to talk about him anymore. I think I'm going to put Ryu and Ken in about the same tier. Ryu, he's definitely not at this point for me. Yeah, I think Ryu and Ken are about that point. Now, I'm ranking them together because I really don't play them any differently from each other, and I like Ken more than Ryu. Kind of like I did with like Daisy and Peach. And again, it's because Ken has fiery attacks. Or at least a fiery Shoryuken. Jeez, that move looks so cool. And I'm not that good with command input characters. Like, there have been so many times I've accidentally used a spinning kick, and I'm like, wait, how did I tell him to use side B? Like, I I haven't really like figured out how to play them, and I'm not really actively trying to learn how to play them well. It's just like, yeah, I'll play them sometimes when I feel like it, and I'll try not to suck, kind of thing. But everyone else above them, I feel like I'm better with. Actually, on that note, actually no, I think I'm better with them than with Robin at least. Even though I don't know how to use their command inputs very well, we'll just say that. Yeah, that makes sense. And Ryu and Ken are great additions to the game. I do love them a lot. Like they're great. They're fun. I don't know how to use a lot of their moves, but they're cool. And you can actually do the Hadoken command input with Kirby, so that's just extra points on them more than Kirby. If you ask me, Cloud though, okay. Yeah, for me, Cloud is S tier. Because, Smash 4, Sora wasn't in the game yet. I mean, my name is Sora Donald Goopy 99. you pretty much know who my main is, right? But yeah, Cloud, I kind of had to, play him to make up for the fact that Sora wasn't in the game. It's just I'm not like super emotionally invested in Cloud, but as far as like gameplay, oh yeah, Cloud is fantastic. The Blade Beam is good, and I do. One of my favorite types of weapons is the big fucking swords or the BFSs. I think the very first one I was ever exposed to was in Rurouni Kenshin with Sanosuke. If you can even call that thing a sword. I believe it's called a Zanbato, something like that. And this really, really huge thing. Which I think Cloud is a slightly smaller version of it. It's definitely more blade than handle. And Ganondorf stole Cloud's down smash. Just straight up. Cloud is awesome. I love Cloud. And I didn't care that people were calling Cloud cheap in Smash 4. I just played as him anyway. Although I still do like playing as Pikachu and Sonic more, so take that as you will. But Cloud was like perfect other than the fact that his recovery was not that great. Okay, Corrin though. Alright. How are we gonna rank Corrin? Really? Huh. I didn't think I liked Corrin this much, but apparently I do. We'll put Corrin below Kirby. And it's not like Corrin's a bad character, because like I don't pick her or him, them that much. But the fact that they can turn into a dragon and they're a knight and their sword is a chainsaw is just the cosmetic factors of Corrin are fantastic. Although I know people don't like Corrin for like I think story reasons in their actual game. I've never played it. So I don't know exactly why people hate Corrin. 100%. I think it had to do with like the morality of the choices that you could make in the game and some of Corrin's lines and other things just did not make sense. I don't know what else the problem was. Did it have anything to do with shipping? Well, the point is, that's not what the list is. That's not what this tier list is about. It's about how much I enjoyed a character as far as playing them. With one major exception. I, I just cannot do an unbiased take on Duck Hunt. I have tried a few times. But Corrin, I do genuinely like playing as them. No, I don't think I'm like that good with them either, but as far as just general enjoyment, it's like, damn, Corrin, you are awesome. I love you. At least as far as gameplay. Bayonetta, okay. I do enjoy playing as Bayonetta, but I just don't know exactly how to gauge this. Eh, yeah, I do like Bayonetta quite a bit. I do like playing as her because her smash attacks are really, really good. I really don't know how to like combo as her very well, but I don't really try to do that too much. I think I'm the only Bayonetta that even bothers to use the neutral B with the guns. I don't really see them doing that, and I have hardly ever tried to use Witch Time. But yeah, as far as gameplay, um, yeah, Bayonetta can stay there, I guess. Actually, I might want to put. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Roy's our boy more than Bayonetta's my girl, I guess. But the combo aspect in gameplay, I've always loved Bayonetta. At least just for the idea of being able to combo people a lot. But I will admit that Smash 4 Bayonetta was unfair as fuck, even though I was never in the competitive scene very much. Okay, she's far more bearable now, I guess, so we'll just leave it at that. Inkling, ironically, the only character from the light part of World of Light that survived my Nuzlocke. Mostly, I think, for the lack of my want to play as her that much. I mean, yeah, she was good, and I definitely thought she was good, but it's like I didn't enjoy her that much, or them. Just whenever I think Inkling, I think the orange Inkling. That's the profile pic here, not. Uh, I guess we'll put Inkling there, because I don't hate Inkling. Like I enjoy the gameplay, but the characters, like I have no attachment to Splatoon whatsoever. So I guess Jigglypuff is the thing gatekeeping Inkling. I'm like genuinely trying to evaluate like how much I enjoy playing as them. I'm not trying to use the character too much, but sometimes I play as that character just because I like them as a character too. So, she's definitely not C tier, and I think I'm better with Inkling than everyone else below her. So, yeah, we'll just go with that. Ridley, though. Oh my God, I love playing as Ridley. S tier. Ridley is freaking fantastic. Best Metroid character in the game. I mean, I don't know how to use the skewer, but when the rest of the moveset is so good, yeah. Who would not love playing as this fucking dragon? I love Ridley. For the same reason as Bowser. The only reason Bowser's higher is because Bowser hits harder and Mii Brawler is a lot more customizable. So yeah, we'll just say that. The Belmonts. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll put both of them here. Although I play Richter more often than I play Simon, so you know. Yeah, I kind of like the Echoes more than the original fighters most of the time. Is there a non-Echo I like more? Let's see. No, I like Daisy more than Peach. I definitely like Dark Samus more than regular Samus. And I like Richter more than Simon. I like Ken more than Ryu. I like Dark Pit far more than Pit. I don't feel like I'm missing someone. Are they still in here? No, I definitely covered all the Echoes. Yeah, the point is, it wasn't until Ultimate that I was like really getting used to the idea of zoners. And Simon and Richter's whips are very good smash attacks. And but this is definitely like the zoning character that feels like you definitely don't want to get in close range too much. You definitely want to keep people out of range. I'm not exactly used to that mentality, but once I like start getting into the groove of like tossing stuff, it does make a lot more sense. And I love them both. Richter more because he has more personality than Simon. Simon's just the vampire slayer guy. And I do like them a lot. Or, nah, not a lot, a fair bit. Just like how I think this part of the B tier goes. Yeah, Simon and Richter, easy B tier. Okay, Rule, my man. You were one of my most wanted in Smash 4. I wasn't really thinking about you too much in Brawl, but in Smash 4, I'm like, oh, we gotta have you. Although I'm not good with you. At least I wouldn't call myself good with you, but I really, really love playing as you regardless. Actually, yeah. I love playing as King K. Rool so much. The reptilian fighters just really get to me. You know, kind of like Yoshi, but he's very cutesy. K. Rool is a shotgun, for God's sake. He's a dang blunderbuss that functions as a portable cannonball launcher. His belly reflects projectiles and physical hits. I'm not very good at hitting counters, so that's probably why my K. Rool game is not that great. Like I admit he's not that great, but I admit that he's not that great. I'm not that great with him, but I love playing as him regardless. I wouldn't bust him out if I was like going to a tournament, but I would definitely just bring the guy out when I'm playing with friends just to have a good time. K. Rool is awesome. I mean, he throws his crown as a boomerang. Does he even care about his title? Oh, playing against him, I like to grab the crown and throw it off stage. I don't know why. I just think that would annoy him. Plus, I love the remix of Gang playing Galleon in Ultimate. It is such a bop. Banger? Bop? Big head banger? Yeah. King K. Rool is awesome. He was one of my most wanted. I knew he was going to be fantastic. Now, Foofy here. Yeah, one of my friends and I call her Foofy instead of Isabelle just because I think the name is much more fitting. And quite frankly, if it were up to me, Foofy would be about. Um, yeah, I think that's fair. Actually, no. Yeah, there. I do like playing as her way more than Villager. Her moveset makes a little bit more sense to me, even though I don't really place the mines that much. It sounds crazy because, with Snake, I'm like placing mines down all the time, but I can at least like control when to detonate that. This just kind of goes off when someone steps on it. I have been caught in this move way too much, trying to beat computer boofies. But I always like spam the fishing hook. I will use up smash to use stop a lot. I love the party popper forward smash. It's just she's a cute little dog character, and I think she's very cute and enjoyable. And her name should be Foofy instead of Isabelle, if you ask me. That's her Italian name, by the way. Incineroar. Oh, my boy. Yeah, not gonna lie, Incineroar, even though he is not a main in the slightest, is definitely S tier with how much I enjoy playing as him. Yeah, he's slow as crap. I admit it. His recovery is really bad, sure. But hitting those revenge side Bs is so good. Mm. Let me tell you something, brother. You're in my ring now. It's like Wrath from Ben 10 in a way. He is fan freaking tastic. I love him. Piranha Plants. Okay. Realistically, I think he's my best character in the C tier. Even though I think I'm better with him than like a few of the B tier characters, it's the character himself that drags him down for me. Like, yeah, the moveset totally fits Piranha Plant. It's great. And Piranha Plant's not even a bad character to play as, which I was very shocked by. I thought Piranha Plant would suck, but I gave Piranha Plant a fair shake, and I enjoy playing as Piranha Plant, but I don't like that I am Piranha Plant, if that makes any sense. Like, moveset, great. Character, down. Like, much less extreme example of Duck Hunt, I guess. When it comes to Marth and Ness, I just don't like them, and I don't like playing as them with their movesets. Even though, arguably, Roy, Chrom, and Lucina have very similar movesets to him, but, whatever. At least with Plant, it's like, the moveset is way more fun than Duck Hunt's at least, so I'm willing to deal with that. Joker, I keep thinking of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure because of Arsene, and I am definitely not good with Joker at all. Like, Yeah, I'm more confident in my ability to win as Little Mac than I am with my ability to play as Joker. And Joker is one of the best characters in the game. I do understand that. It's just I'm personally not that good with Joker, and nothing about his moveset besides Arsene and the gun really like stick out to me. I mean, yeah, if you can get Arsene out, usually my strategy when I'm playing as Joker is just stall until I can get Arsene and then try to win before I lose him. And then try to get him back as soon as I possibly can. There's really no other way that I play him. It's probably not the way they want you to play him, but it's definitely not a tournament winning way of playing him. But hey, I can't argue with the aesthetic. The man has some really good style. It's actually, yeah, I will put Joker above Little Mac now that I think about it. It's just that I think I'm far better with Plant than I am with Joker. Hero, okay. I straight up don't know what to do with Hero. Now, I wouldn't say he's D tier, but I feel like I'm better with Fox than I am with Hero, and that might be pretty sad. Especially considering he's a Square Enix character, but I didn't really even know what Dragon Quest was until it came out, so I may have seen like pictures of it, and this is the closest we're getting to Goku, but at the same time, no. Flippin' Hero. I don't know what else you want. Oh, Banjo though. I actually really like Banjo. I mean, he's not A tier great. I'd put him there. Like the song's great, Banjo's great. Some people think he's boring, but I just like goofy stuff. Banjo Banjo fills that out for me, even though I barely played Banjo Kazooie at all from what I remember. I think I owned it too, but it didn't really interest me. I don't know why. I think he's really, but I think he's like decently fun. Terry is definitely an A tier though. Oh my man. Honestly, yeah, I think Terry's like A tier, still above Ganon, because I love to hit those Buster Wolves, and I'm definitely more consistent with the Buster Wolf than I am with the Falcon Punch. Terry is again my type of character, even though Ryu and Ken I really don't know how to use that well, but Terry's absolutely fantastic. Love Terry. Byleth, I thought I liked them more than I would or did. Yeah, I'm gonna put Byleth there because they were a lot better in World of Light than they were in like gameplay. Helped me win quite a few battles in the Nuzlocke before they died, which was very unfortunate. But I love all the stuff you could do. I love the up smash. I didn't really use. I mean, forward smash was functional, but I didn't like it as much. I was using side B way more than forward smash. And Amir, the battle axe is like the best thing about Byleth. I just wish it was just more than just like down smash, down air, and down B. It's not even like Byleth's bad. Min Min, arguably main worthy for me. No. Okay, yeah, that feels right. Min Min, I love playing as Min Min. I freaking love Min Min a lot. Okay. I don't think there's much else to say other than I love stretchy arms. I love the super long suplex toss, and Min Min plays very differently from everyone else. Like everyone else is like specials and standard moves and all of that stuff. Min Min doesn't think that way. Min Min feels like it's very much overhauled character, and yeah. That's about it. Steve and his friends. Okay, I know he's the best character in the game. I wish he was not. Oddly enough, like Mario can't really exactly. I feel like he should be here. It's not like Martha and Ness where I actively disliked playing as them, but yeah, I do not understand Steve, but I don't hate him. I really don't know what else to say about Steve. Sephiroth. Um, Holy ball, Sephiroth. I love playing as Sephiroth a lot. Oh my god. This is like, functionally, he's definitely not the best. Like, you definitely have to charge all of his moves for him to, like, get any kind of real big results out of them, but oh my word, Sephiroth is so good. At least to me. I feel like he should be, like, top 10 at the very least. There's so many things about his moveset I just love. Up B is fantastic. Neutral B, awesome. Up smash, I think is the best up smash in the game. And I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I just genuinely think it is. It covers so much area, and up air is just the aerial version of it. Oh my god. Sephiroth is fantastic. I love him so much. He was a character I didn't even know I wanted in the game. And I thought he was cool to begin with, so alright. Pyra and Mithra also S tier. Yeah, mostly for Pyra though. I mean, Pyra's like this slightly faster version of Ganon. Slightly faster, or at least she feels slightly faster. I could be wrong, but she at least Pyra just hits more notes for me than Ganondorf. I love Pyra. I'm getting more used to using Mithra. At first, it was just like, oh yeah, Mithra is just. I kept using the analogy as she's Sonic with a sword. That's technically true, but for some reason she ain't all that for me. I will like usually be Pyra throughout most of the fights. I don't use Mithra unless I feel I have to. But I'm starting to incorporate Mithra into my style of playing as them more. And it's done quite a bit. I'm like trying to mix people up more and not like trying to stick too close to one of them too much now, which is helping me be a slightly better Mithra than I was. But I feel better with Pyra than Mithra. So yes, you should be using them both, but you can definitely have a preference, and mine is Pyra. And honestly, it's just Pyra. Mithra is honestly probably more like down here, but it, together they work out fine. Kazuya, though. Kazuya is my boy. Probably even more than Pichu. Now, I don't think I'm main worthy with him. Like Kazuya is not main worthy for me at all, but I love him so much. I've killed people on accident. Like, I'm just like, oh, wait. Wait a minute, you died? Like, I wasn't even trying to kill you, I was just trying to hit you. Like, oh, well, okay, then I will take it. That was definitely a we take those kind of victory. Like, that's the most kind of victory I have with Kazuya. Kazuya is awesome, though. And this is self-explanatory. I'm Sora Donald Goofy 99, and my main is Sora. I have wanted Sora since Brawl. I was disappointed in Smash 4 for not including him. I mean, I still liked Smash 4, but kind of whatever. And now we have, and yeah, Sora is my most wanted and main, alongside Pikachu and Sonic. And that is my Super Smash Bros. Ultimate tier list for the characters I enjoy playing as the absolute most. Okay. I'm going to save this video for now, and alright, I'll let you give, and to summarize the list, S tier, Sora, Pikachu, Sonic, Pyra and Mithra, Cloud, Sephiroth, Bowser, Min Min, Incineroar, Meebrawler, Ridley. A tier, Kazuya, Pichu, Terry, Ganon, Game & Watch, Charizard, Pokemon Trainer, Dark Samus, Zero Suit Samus, Wario, King K. Rool, Greninja, Kirby, Corrin, Roy, Bayonetta, Regular Samus, Link, Young Link, Daisy, Yoshi, Peach. B tier, Mewtwo, Snake, Rob, Byleth, Ike, Palutena, Dark Pit, Luigi, Wii Fit, Bowser Jr., and the Koopalings, I guess. Banjo, Mii Gunner, Dr. Mario, Jigglypuff, Inkling, Zelda, Donkey Kong, Bowko, Lucina, Chrom, Wolf, Mii Sword Fighter, Pac-Man, Richter, Simon, Sheik, Meta Knight, Isabelle, Foofy, Ken, Ryu, Robin, Captain Falcon, Toon Link, C tier, Piranha Plant, Joker, Little Mac, DDD, Daddle Dingo, Olimar, Lucario, Mega Man, Shulk, Villager, Diddy Kong, Rosalina, Ice Climbers, Lucas, Pit, Fox, Hero, Mario, Steve, D tier, Marth Ness, E tier, pile of trash. Anyway, I'll see you all when this video is uploaded, and I'll say peace.